So today we're reading the book named The House in the Desert. This is a story. So let's get started. Mm, First is right. After my encounter with the octopus things chasing me, I can't bring myself to meander around the wood. I can't just stand around those, so I found a narrow street land between the forest and the cliff edge. Occasionally, I heard something crashing through the foliage, and high until it disappeared. Eventually, the forest turns off to right, and respect where vents expand on scorched earth. I decide to continue following the forest sometimes about the charging. Smoking ground seemed more threatening than the looming trees. I see no indicators of Sarah's or Jack. Those too threatened of attracting attention to the young. I hope they're okay. Next page. As I walk, whenever I'm thirsty, I have been upon the streaming stream of cold, clean water just beyond the forest edge. I also find blackberry and raspberry bush whenever I'm hungry. It seems a little convenient, but I'm just grateful not to stay. After I just have something, the forest veers off to the right again, and an uninviting ocean of dry, cracked dust stretched before me. In the distance beyond, radiating grave of the heat. I see a dark spot. It could be anything, but it seemed significant enough to be worth exploring. Um, it's time to alert my approach, so I abandon the forest. I jog about water as I can from a nearby stream and set off. The second I step onto the cracked earth, the sun seems to increase in size intensely. The culprits I didn't even realize in John's forest immediately disappear. Respect by radiant heat from all directions, sweet trick down my neck and back. The rest remind me our family trip to Death Valley. Mom said it's helping one of the Uncle Jasper favorite places. Before he disappeared, he lied desolation, which pains me. The fellows could surely be alone with those place in a place like that. I didn't understand then, but as I walk in the incredible heat, I can't help but I can't help but thinking I can't help but think that I met Uncle Jasper only once, and that I can remember it was my birthday, and he gave me a small leather-bound notebook. He was tall with the red hair and seemed like a stranger. Mom forced me to thank him and give him a hug. I don't know what happened to that book. As I plowed ahead, the dark spot before the grow until I could see a small house with a flat roof, small window, and a narrow door. The promise of shelter from the heat encouraged me to increase my pace. As I approached the structure, the world began to transform. The hard, cracked dirt gave way to sand soft and fine that is feel as I'm walking on a cloud. I reached down and picked up a handful. It's cool to it's cool to touch and make me feel as if I'm holding a bread in my hand. I just slip between my fingers. My spirit suddenly relieved and I start to walk faster. The house quaint made as a bridge of dust coated with a sparkling layer of the soft hand. As I placed my hand on the wooden door, a dog began to bark. I would recognize the bark anyway. Audie. I threw open I threw open the door and my brother dog danced around my feet when I picked him up. He gave me an enthusiastic strong pat, and for once I don't mind him awful breath. Oh, Jake, I called. Jake, are you there? There's no response, only excited wind. The temperatures inside the house feel nearly 20 degrees colder. It took a minute for my vision from dwindle to diminish, but when it does, I see a table and a couple of chairs sit against one wall, and a coffee totally A comfortable looking bed sits against the opposite wall. At the far end of the room is a fireplace with a small rack and a pot for cooking hanging over pure ashes. I also discovered a jar of freshly water testing what I've ever had. After drinking my fill, then putting some water in a small pool of Audi. I plan my next move. Despite obvious care for by someone, I don't think the person was one stranger hanging out and drinking all the water. I have been working for so long. There's the need to rest. The bed looks comfortable and I'm inviting a small nap couldn't hurt. I'm carved out of the bed, already curled out next to me. The second is I fast asleep. Asleep. Then I awake, it's dark. Otis nose at my side, as a yours. It feels like I've been asleep for ages. Moonlight creeps in front of a small window giving a place of treating ground. Something lives in the sand outside and I freeze. It shifts again, there's barely audible above all the gentle snow. Slowly, I climb off the bed. I creep it to I creep to the window and cautiously peek. The sky isn't inky illegal. We don't spotted for stars that appear unfamiliar. Pulling myself off more, I can observe sleeping and outside the entrance and something underneath is moving. A small lamp, a little smaller than only, shift around the area in front of the house. My breath catch in my throat. Could it be one of those things? If it is, that slimy door don't keep it out, and I have to place to flee. I can only stare at the lamp stiff. The sand simmer and over in the moonlight. Suddenly, Otis leaves with the bed, and before I can nap him, he's at the door scurrying and whining around, uh, whining as though he wants to go outside. Otis, knock it off, I hissed. The dog looked at me, was his tail with an ear pushed back and whispered. I turned to the window and the lamp has frozen in places. Then, with frightened speed, it stood forward and slammed against the hood. I ducked over and grabbed Odin, who screamed again and was neck, but I held on. My look on the place under the door. Whatever the thing outside is moving. Causing the door to shudder is definitely attempting to get in. Something long and thin snaked under the door and slowly comes inside. It's a tentacle. I'm restrained my scream. Another tentacle runs through the crack and I crush a rectangle. I have to escape and I can't believe he lets that moral in the house and latches the door, someone says. Audie and I are fighting alone, definitely alone. The voice is coming from outside. Jasper, you in there? The door rattled. Jasper, I whisper, confused. This thing couldn't be talking about my uncle, could it? I'm not cleaning up and the mess be created. If you in there, open the door. The things continue. Tentacle failing. Jasper not here. I pull up. The thing stopped moving for a moment, then it shrieked. Tiff, Bower, Rascalin. None of those things, I think. I'm not too sure. For the last one, I replied. It's definitely you, Miss Scream. Let me in, and I will show you what for. That doesn't make me want to open the door for you. And the thing is pulse, and I can feel it thinking. You're right. Project profusely. It said, it's dark and fret out there here. And fretting, okay, you police the truth from me and now it's out. The world's not as speaking in as it once was. A little vulnerable, like myself, will be captured by those babies almost immediately. It sounds strange, and the tentacle has sparked feeling. If I let you in, you won't attack me. And they've already been attacked by one horrible tentacle creature. I don't think I could handle another one. Highly horrible is Scrub calling me such over my delicate sensibility. I cautiously stand open the door, or the strip out of my arm, and dart outside to do his business. The thing and I stare at each other for a moment. It appears similar to the creature from the forest, though it is not threatening at all. In fact, it's kind of adorable. It's pulsing, green in the moonlight, and a police green skin sparkle where it's covered in sand. It moved past me on the table and climbed on table. Fabulous, another human. It said, precisely what we need. And so here's some kind of the end of this story. This is a fiction story, you know. This it's kind of creepy and horror story. But in the end, it's still fine and have a happy ending. Hope so.